Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to show you how to utilize the Google Sheet Data Fetch feature. This is a powerful tool that allows you to retrieve data directly from a Google Sheet and then use that information to send a personalized message to your users. It is really helpful for scenarios where a customer wants to check an order status or get an update. The bot can automatically look up their information and reply instantly. So let's look at the setup. I have a Google Sheet here with 3 specific columns. We have the name column, the order ID, and the status. The logic is simple. When a customer sends us their name, the bot will search this sheet, find the matching order ID and status, and deliver that specific data back to them in the chat. To get started, we need to connect this sheet to our platform. Go to your Settings menu and then select Google Sheet Integration. You need to make sure your Google account is connected. Since I've already done that, I will simply click on Add Existing Sheet. Now it asks for a sheet ID. To find this ID, go back to your spreadsheet and look at the URL bar at the top. You want to copy the long string of text that is located specifically between these two forward slashes. Copy that ID, go back to the integration window, paste it into the field and click Save. And just like that, the sheet is connected. Before we build the bot, we need a place to store the data we fetch. Go to the Subscriber Manager. We need to create custom fields that match our spreadsheet columns. As you can see, I have already created fields for ID and statuses. This is important because when the bot pulls data from Google, it needs a variable to save it in temporarily. Now let's configure the fetching logic. Go back to Settings and select Google Sheet Data Fetch. We are going to create a new campaign. Give it a descriptive name so you can recognize it later, and then select the Google Sheet we just connected. This opens up our mapping options. We have 2 sections here. First, Search Data. We want the bot to search the name column in the sheet using the subscriber message or the name they provide. Next, under Assign Data, we map the results. We want the order ID from the sheet to be saved into our ID custom field. And we want the status from the sheet to be saved into our status custom field. Once that is mapped, click Verify Connection to save it. With the configuration done, it is time to build the actual chatbot experience. Navigate to the Bot Manager. We will create a new bot flow for this. Give your bot a title. Let's call it Google Sheet Data Fetch. And of course, we need to set a trigger keyword so we can test this later. I'll just add a few variations here to make sure it triggers easily. Now, drag in a user input flow. We need to ask the user for the information we want to search for. In this case, we are searching by name. So, I will create a new question node and simply ask, please share your name. Make sure the reply type is set to text. And crucially, select the name custom field to save their response. This ensures we capture their input correctly. Next, we need to draft the final response. I will drag in a text element. Now, While I type this out, remember that the goal is to make this dynamic. I am going to thank them for contacting us. And then I will reveal their order details. Instead of typing static numbers, I will use the custom fields button to insert the ID variable, and then I will do the same for the status variable. This way, every customer sees their own specific data from the spreadsheet. Now, we are almost done, but we missed the most important step. We need to actually fetch the data before we send the message. Drag and drop the Google Sheet Data Fetch node onto the canvas. Place it in between the user input and the final text message. Select the campaign we created earlier and connect the nodes. So the flow is ask name, fetch data, send result. Let's save the bot. Finally, let's test it in WhatsApp to see it in action. I will send the trigger keyword. The bot replies and asks for my name. I'll type Irshad, which I know is in my spreadsheet. The bot processes the request. And there it is. It successfully pulled the specific order ID and status associated with that name. That is how you can easily fetch and display Google Sheet data in your chatbot.